Stop everything and look at this. An absolute chaotic scene in Queens just went public, and the political fallout is even crazier than the footage itself. You won't believe who's taking the suspect's side.
Since I've been watching videos, I don't stand by the door no more, bro. Nice. How you doing?
Are you cold?
You cold?
Yes.
You coming?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're good.
Wait, did you catch the tension in the room the second those officers walked in? This wasn't just a standard call. The family actually asked for help because things were spiraling. But look at the transition. 1 minute, it's a welfare check, and the next, there's a kitchen knife involved. What's wild is how some local leaders are framing this. They're claiming the officer drawing his gun escalated things. But if you look at the proximity of the suspect to that woman, the officers had zero margin for error. It's a split-second decision that's now being picked apart by people sitting in safe offices. Notice how the officer even tried to use the door as a physical barrier first. That's tactical de-escalation that usually goes ignored in the headlines. We're seeing a massive shift where the mental health label is being used to completely bypass the immediate physical threat to life.
Protect the press! 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 Protect the press!
That's the Donald Trump stuff you guys did.
Okay, we have to talk about the scene outside the courthouse because it was pure fever dream energy. You've got people chanting about protecting the press, but then you see the props they brought. Yes, those are actually dildos on sticks. It's hard to take the serious constitutional crisis argument seriously when the protest looks like a parody. Don Lemon is inside federal civil rights charges for allegedly disrupting a church service, and this is the support squad he's got? It's a masterclass in how to lose the middle ground. If you're trying to convince the public that the DOJ is being weaponized against journalists, maybe leave the adult toys at home? It completely distracts from the actual legal argument about the First Amendment and makes the whole event look like a circus rather than a landmark legal battle.
Pleading not guilty today at the federal courthouse, a judge giving them standard release conditions. Meanwhile, the former CNN anchor Don Lemon, he was first to see that judge. We learned that his phone was confiscated during this, and his attorneys argued for it back. But prosecutors say that his phone right now, it's in the custody of DHS. They say they have a search warrant and that search process is just not complete. Now, all 5 defendants are charged with federal civil rights.
This part is actually the most significant legal hurdle for Don Lemon. The feds didn't just stop him. They seized his phone under a search warrant. In the world of federal investigations, when the DHS takes your device, they aren't looking for text messages about lunch. They're looking for coordination. The charges involve conspiring to interfere with worshipers' rights, which is a heavy-duty federal flip. Lemon's team is leaning hard into the "I'm just a journalist" defense, but the prosecution is hinting that he wasn't just documenting the disruption. He might have been part of the plan. It's a thin line to walk. If the data on that phone shows any premeditated logistics with the agitators, the press protection defense vanishes instantly.
This is such a, I think that this is of course a very longstanding policy of the United States. And I think what we are hoping for is that we want to make sure that we never get to that point. And we want to make sure that we are moving in all of our economic research and our global.
Did you feel the awkwardness through the screen? AOC is usually one of the most polished speakers in DC, but that word salad on Taiwan was a total system crash. When you're on the global stage, questions about troop commitments are the ultimate test of readiness, and she just couldn't find the exit door on that answer. It felt very much like she was trying to calculate the political cost of every word in real time. This is why the global community often loses faith in U.S. consistency. When high-profile leaders can't give a straight answer on long-standing policy, it creates a vacuum of uncertainty. It wasn't just a stumble, it was a 30-second loop of economic research and avoiding confrontation that said absolutely nothing.
The global climate community, I think, has lost faith in the U.S.'s ability to support climate action. So if you were to become president, maybe the next president, what would you do to restore trust in U.S. actions?
Tens of billions of dollars of investment in this space, 60 ZEV manufacturer supply chains moving in the state of California. All the R&D in electric vehicles dominantly is in my home state. We set the first goals for 100% zero-emission vehicles by 2030.
Finally, look at Gavin Newsom's pivot here. He's at a climate summit in Germany, but he's really using it as a platform to take shots at the current administration's executive orders. He uses the word vandalized to describe the reversal of EV policies. It's clear Newsom is positioning himself as the president in waiting for the green energy movement. But here's the reality. He's bragging about California's mandates while other manufacturers are losing billions on EVs. It's a classic clash between mandated policy and market reality. He wants to set the global agenda, but the domestic manufacturing base is screaming for relief. That's the breakdown. Is the NYPD being treated fairly here, or is the backlash justified? Drop a comment below and don't forget to sub for the next deep dive.